That doesn't even make sense. What do I look like? We love a good touch. Wow. This is like, he's like really like him. Like, how me in? I don't know what it is. Why does it have to be at the bottom? I'm literally in the same place. And pretty much look the same as I did when I filmed my wrap up, and it just literally looks like I've changed my top. I kid you not, it is a different day. I don't have any excuses. I mean, I'm so tired, and I'm like, look, I just came back from holiday, okay, and my brain is still holiday brain, so. That was such a cute cat. It was like, it had such little legs. And it's gone. That was, wow, that took my attention away. Anyway, hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eilidh. And if you're not, then hello, it is good to see you again. We're going to go through all of the books that I want to read in September. So pretty much my September TBR. I don't know if I'm actually going to achieve reading all of these books, but these are like the books that I'm like, I need to read, like, and I need to read now. Some of them, well, most of them are books that I bought when I was in Hay on Wye, which, if you don't know, is a lovely book village in Wales. That literally, like, every single corner you turn down has a bookstore, and it was the best thing in the world. If it wasn't for the lack of Wi-Fi, I would live there quite happily, but I cannot, because this is my job, and so I need Wi-Fi to be able to have an income. So yeah, so maybe live near it or just visit there for like weekends. But most of the books that are on my TBR for this month of September, which is also, if you don't know this, my birthday month. So we are reading books that I really do want to read and I really want to get through. So this is my September TBR, and I'm gonna start with some Kindle books. My Kindle's dead, so we're gonna get up the Kindle app on my iPad. Now, we're coming into autumn. It's autumn, it's fall, it's, oh god, saying fall was so weird. That's American. I'm not American. It's autumn. So in autumn, like, we kind of bypass all of the romances, like cute little romance things, but I still think I'm going to be reading them anyway because I love that. But I'm probably going to be more into my fantasy, romantasy, dark fantasy, like witches, demons, just that, like war, battle. So I have a lot of fantasy books and some thriller. I say some, it's only one, but I want to try thriller again. I did a video on thriller and I just didn't like it. And I just think it was a book, so I'm giving it another go. But yeah, so I'm probably, the majority of the books here are either like fantasy books or dark romance, or most of them I think are actually just dark fantasy, because that's what I've been into at the moment. So very spicy books, basically, I've been into. Anyway, I've read quite a few books on my Kindle and I'm having a new love for my Kindle. It feels as if I've got it again for the first time, but I love reading things on Kindle. So these are some books that have just been recommended for me, or like ones that I'm seeing. But the first one is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This was a new release. I have no idea what this book is about. I think it's like dragons and... Okay, so this is what it says. He's a fire and brimstone. I'm shattered ice. I'll gladly burn beneath him until the world comes crumbling down. It's supposed to be a really good book, apparently. She's chunky though, and I think she is part of a series. I don't know if it's 2-book series or maybe more. So far it's looking like it's 2. It's part of the Moonfall series, but she's a long book. Yeah. Moving on, I then also got the 3rd book in the Gods and Monsters. I've read the first 2, but a 3rd one is The Dawn of the Crushed Queen. I read the Book of Azrael a couple of weeks ago. Loved it. 5-star book. So this is the 3rd one in that series, and I think this is the one that really just... I think it has the most of it in, but I know there's another book coming out, so I'm a little bit nervous going in to read the 3rd one, because I'm like, what what could happen? What could possibly happen that it needs another book after it? Because I thought it was just 3, but wow, was I wrong. So I want to read The Dawn of the Cursed Queen, even though I'm absolutely terrified to read it. But I think it's got the majority of it all. That doesn't even make sense. What did I just say? I've got no idea what's in the book. Let's just stop talking about it because I think I'm just going to embarrass myself. My English is not Englishing today. It's just not. Anyway, I'm then also going to be doing a reread. I'm going to reread... Oh, why does it have to be at the bottom? The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I read this last year. I don't think I paid attention properly to this book. I don't think I gave it the justice it needed. And I think I was in a book slump. So I'm going to reread it, which then means I'm going to also read the second one, which is called The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, which is also on Kindle Unlimited. I've got the paperback for the first one because I really enjoy reading paperback and then also reading Kindle as well. So hoping that I can read this one quite quickly, but I don't have the second one to this. I want to wait until the paper copy comes out. So I'll read the second one on Kindle. But yeah, gonna try do this series, reread the first book, and then read the second one because I didn't enjoy this one. I didn't go into the second one, and I actually didn't really understand what was going on. I remember some things from it, but I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna try again. So this is another book that I wanna read. I then also got a new series, which is like only, I think the first one's only like 200 pages, where I'm actually thinking the whole series, each book is only about 200 pages long, but it's by the author who wrote The Vicious Lost Boys, which is a dark romance Peter Pan retelling. God, that book was like, that whole series I read in like 2 days, or like probably a day. I don't know, I devoured it. It was my guilty pleasure at the time. And this book, Ruthless Demon King, just came up. It honestly just came up on my recommended, and I just was like, yes, give that to me. And I recognised the author's name. I was like, I've seen that name before. And then I put 2 and 2 together and realised it was The Vicious Lost Boys author. And I was like, oh my god. The Nether King? What were they all called? The Nether King, the Dark One, Their Vicious Darling, and the Fae Princes. I think the whole series, those books were called. I love them. I loved them so much that I want to try these ones. Obviously, it was like a looking back series, maybe not, but at the time, yes. So I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be the same thing for the Ruthless Demon King books, but you know what? I'm in. Like, count me in. But I think that's pretty much all of the ones that I'm thinking of so far. Like, I am very much in a fantasy thing at the moment. But moving on to some physical copies. I'm obviously going to start with one that is not a fantasy book because I don't think I can read just fantasy for the whole month. I do need to like change it up a bit. So I've put in Collided, which is a hockey romance. Wow. Eilidh changes her reading so much. I picked up this book a while ago and I still have yet to read it. So I'm hoping, because it's still like summer-ish, turning into autumn, this could be a good book. I think it's a college romance. When Summer Preston's professor issues her with an ultimatum, she finds herself on an unexpected collision course with hockey captain Aidan Crawford. Summer hates everything about hockey for good reason, but she isn't going to let that stand in the way of her becoming a sports psychologist. See, this is why you shouldn't like make words complicated for a dyslexic person, because I cannot read them out loud. It's the most infuriating thing in the world. Anyway, I love a good hockey romance. To be fair, I'm reading a hockey romance at the moment and I'm low-key loving it so far. But Collided. Then this is the thriller that I've got. And this is the one where, oh, hold on, I've got the price. This is one of the books that I got in Hay on Wye. and I've seen it like floated around. I've seen some of my favourite people read it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just give it a go. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I think it's... hold on. I'm not actually going to lie. I did pick this book up, turned it around, and I saw a game of cat and mouse is about to play out. And I instantly thought of Haunting and Hunting Adeline. And that is the reason why I bought it, because it said that at the back. And I kid you not, I am a dark romance girl. Heart. In my heart. So anything that says cat and mouse chase, I will pick up and I will read and I will buy. Yes. So that's how I got it. But I think it's like, it's something to do with like a serial killer. Oh yeah, a campus killer responsible for 3 student murders has just struck again. So it's Charlie Jordan is being driven across the country by a serial killer, maybe. It sounds interesting, and it's only like a little short book, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a go. I am trying to get into more thriller books because there are a few... I cannot speak. There are a few thriller books that I want to read, but because like I'm not really into this genre, I get really nervous buying them, because as much as I love buying books, I am trying to only buy books I know I will read. So I'm like, if I don't read this book this month, I probably never will. So we're going to try and do that. That is probably a rule that I'm now going to have. If I buy a new book, I have to read it within the month of that buying book thing. So Survive the Night is on my TBR. Okay, moving on to fantasy. This book has been a very anticipated book. I've seen it all over Book Talk. Absolutely everyone was talking about it, and I finally got my hands on it, and that is Quicksilver. It's also on Kindle Unlimited, and I originally was just going to read it on Kindle Unlimited and not buy the physical copy, but I love having both copies, and yeah, this is a self-published book as well, so I was like, more the reason to actually buy the copy. Girl's chunky, girl's thick, but she's like flowy. She's bouncy. She's good. So I'm really excited to read this book. It is a long series. At the back, it just says, do not touch the sword. Do not turn the key. Do not open the gate. Symbols. Like, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? You know, absolutely everything. But I love like the little butterflies as well. Like, you can't actually see it because the sun, but it's so cute. And we've got the pronunciation guide of things, which I love. Writing stuff, good map, but my favourite bit at the front of the book. I love fan art. I love when fan art is in the books as well. I think it's great. So yeah, Callie Hart, Quicksilver. I will be swapping reading it on Kindle and physical, but it seems like a good book. It's a nice sized book as well. And look, it stays open without breaking the spine. We love that. Moving on. Furyborn, the Emperor trilogy. I bet you I'm saying that wrong. I have no idea what it's about, but I have been wanting to buy this book for what feels like forever, and I just never bought it. It was one of the times where I was in the bookstore and I would walk around and I would pick this up and I would be like, oh yeah, I really want that, and then I'll put it back. It was one of those moments, and I finally went to Hay on Wye. I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna get it. And I bought it. I don't know what it's about, and I haven't read the back. If you know me, I don't read this because I feel like it gives too much away, and I can pretty much come up with a story in my head and then not actually read the book. So I'm like, well, I know what's gonna happen. What's the point of reading it then? So I try and not read the back. I try and read 50 pages. I kid you not, this is what I do. I read 50 pages of the book, not understanding a word of what's going on, and then I'll read the back. And then I carry on reading because then I know what to expect and what's going to happen. So yeah, and again, it's another, we love that. I love this. We love this. Because then when I get like halfway, I'm not breaking the spine and it stays open. Cute. But this is the first book in a 3-book series. Didn't buy the other 2 because, again, new rule for myself. I can only buy the first book in a series and then I'll buy the next one and then I'll buy the next one. I cannot buy the whole series in one unless it's a series that I know I definitely will read. This I don't know. But I'm excited. It's, well, somebody said, an addictive, fascinating fantasy. Beautiful, brutal, heart-stopping and epic. Wow. 2 young women, centuries apart, hold the power to either... Wait, what? Hold the power to either save their world or doom it. Oh no, I think I have read the back of this. I can't remember it though. Well, so it jumps back and forward from timeline then. That's interesting. Okay, moving on. The last one that I've also got, and I'm very excited to read. I literally want to read it now. I kid you not. I kind of want to get rid of my whole plan and just read it now. Neon Gods. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling. I love Greek mythology. I love anything that is a modern or just a retelling of any Greek mythology. And the fact that this is a long series, I think there's 8 books, and each book is about a different god and relationships and stuff, I kind of just want to die with it in my arms. I already love it deeply. But the first one's a Hades and Persephone retelling. I think the next one is... Oh, I don't know. I had it last time. Do you... No. I can't... I think the next one's Apollo. I don't know. The only thing I know is each book is a different story about a different Greek mythology, like god, person thing. But this one is Hades and Persephone. It is a dark romance. Well, I think it's a dark romance. I know it's a spicy book. We love a good spicy book. I'm obsessed. I'm actually obsessed already. He was supposed to be a myth, but from the moment I crossed from the moment I crossed the river Styx, and fell under his dark spell, he was, quite simply, mine. Oh my god, I love Hades and Persephone's retelling. If you don't know, my favourite book series is the Touch of Darkness series by Scarlett St. Clair, and that's a Hades and Persephone retelling, and I'm obsessed with that series. So I'm excited to read another retelling of Hades and Persephone, Neon Gods. Another one I bought in Hay-on-Y, and the series is called Dark Olympics. Olympus? Book 1. I'm so excited. I just want to read it. It's this and Quicksilver that I'm desperate to read, and also The Serpent and the Wings of Night as well, not gonna lie. But those are pretty much all the books that I'm desperate to read in September, so they are my TBR. I do need to organise all of my books. I just need to do a whole load of reorganising everything and just get things sorted and fun. But I'm so excited for September. I'm so excited to get into a more cozy fantasy dark romance thing, because this is my time. This is my time of year. I love this time of year. I'm so excited. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video of just me waffling and speaking absolute nonsense. Fun. And yeah, that's it. That's the end. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Bye.